All right, so let's jump right into something that has been really got everyone talking in the AI world.
Okay.
It's like, picture this, right? April 4th, 2025. Everyone in AI, things are moving fast already, right?
Right.
And then, boom, out of nowhere, this new big AI, Quasar Alpha, just drops.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no, like, big announcement. There's no, like, marketing hype.
Wow.
It just kind of appears, and it's free. Oh, and its memory, like its context window, it's huge. 1 million tokens.
1 million.
Yeah. It's like, some kind of secret agent just walked in and nobody knows where they came from.
It is really fascinating, this complete lack of background. OpenRedder, that's where it popped up, really.
Right.
They just say it's some stealth pre-release from some partner lab, but they don't say who.
Yeah.
So right away, everyone's asking who made this thing and why all the secrecy.
Exactly. So that's what we're doing in this deep dive. We're going to put on our detective hats, right? Try to figure out this whole Quasar Alpha mystery, what it can do, and, like, the big one, who built it. So we've been digging through, YouTube, Reddit, tech blogs,
right,
trying to piece it all together. By the end, you'll know what's up with this new AI, and you won't need, like, a computer science degree to get it.
It's funny because usually with these new AI models, there's all this buildup, right?
Yeah, the hype.
Yeah. Leaks, rumors, then the big reveal. Quasar Alpha just skipped all that. Makes you wonder why this approach, Why so sudden?
Right. Right. So let's just get to the big question. Where did Quasar Alpha come from? You mentioned OpenRouter. They said stealth pre-release. Very mysterious.
Very.
But right away, a lot of people started thinking, is this OpenAI? Is this their new open source model?
Yeah. I mean, especially with Sam Altman, he's been talking about OpenAI doing more open source stuff, right?
Yes.
So the timing is definitely interesting. But it's not just the timing. There are some, technical clues that point to OpenAI.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, people who really know this stuff notice something in the technical details. So when Quasar Alpha makes a response through the API, the ID, that unique identifier, it starts with chatcrump. And that chatcrump prefix, it's only ever been seen in OpenAI's models. The stuff behind ChatGPT, GPT-4.
Interesting. So it's like their signature almost.
Yeah, like a fingerprint almost.
Yeah, right.
And there's more. The way Quasar Alpha formats its, what they call tool call IDs.
Yeah.
Basically how the AI talks to other tools, the same way OpenAI does it. Google, Mistral, they all do it differently. So this is another point for OpenAI,
It is, yeah.
Okay, so now this is where it gets really cool. People are digging even deeper, right? Using some pretty advanced techniques. Like one researcher used, get this, bioinformatics clustering tools.
Bioinformatics.
Yeah. Imagine, like, tracing the family tree of different AIs based on their outputs. Kind of like how scientists track, how viruses evolve.
Oh, I see. So they're looking for patterns to see how closely related different AI models are.
Exactly. And the results, they show Quasar Alpha clustering really close to OpenAI models, specifically near the newest GPT 4.5 preview.
Wow, that's pretty convincing. And on top of that, there was this bug. Someone on Reddit found it when they were using Quasar Alpha through this platform called Cherry Studio.
Okay.
It was this weird bug with how it handled Chinese characters, like a tokenizer bug.
A what bug?
A tokenizer bug. It's the tokenizer is the part of the AI that breaks down text, right, into smaller pieces.
Yeah.
So this bug was specifically called O200 keybase. And guess what? That exact same bug has shown up before in other OpenAI models, including GPT-4, which just came out.
So it's like they both have the same, like, quirky little error.
Yeah, exactly. And that, again, points to some shared underlying technology.
Okay, so let's just recap for a sec. We've got that unique identifier, chatcrump, the tool call format matching OpenAI, this family tree thing, putting it next to OpenAI, and now even this random Chinese language bug that they've had before.
It's looking more and more like it's connected to OpenAI, right?
Yeah, it's starting to feel like less of a random new AI and more like, a close cousin or something in the OpenAI family.
Right. But, like in those good mystery novels, there are always other suspects.
Okay, who else are we looking at?
Well, one theory is the smaller AI lab, SILX AI. They've got some models called Quasar on Hugging Face.
Okay.
And someone claiming to be from SILX AI, they popped up on the OpenRouter Discord server right when Quasar Alpha launched.
That is kind of suspicious. But do we really think they're behind it?
It's a bit of a stretch. First off, think about how much Quasar Alpha is being used, right?
Yeah.
Billions of tokens processed every day. That takes a ton of computing power, like serious infrastructure, not something a small lab usually has.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And also, That Discord user, they literally joined the OpenRouter server the day of the launch. Feels a little bit more like they saw the hype and wanted to be part of it, you know?
Right, just jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah, exactly. And this is important. OpenRouter themselves are being super secretive about it. They keep saying the origin is a mystery, even with all this buzz.
Which makes you think maybe it's all part of the plan, right? This stealth thing.
Yeah, maybe they want to keep people guessing, create more buzz. Or maybe there's some other reason they're keeping it quiet for now.
Okay, so the origin story is still a mystery. But we've got some good leads. Now let's talk about what this thing can actually do. And that 1 million token context window, that's just insane.
It is, right. To put that in perspective, that's like the entire text of a long novel or a huge, complex software code base. Imagine feeding it an entire software project and asking it to make changes or understand how it all works.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in.
It is. And not only can it take all that in, it can generate a ton of output too. 32,000 tokens max output, that's what we're hearing. So it can understand the big picture and give you detailed responses.
Oh.
And the speed. Users are saying 136 tokens per second on average with like half a second latency. So it feels really smooth and fast to use. It's either super efficient tech or maybe some really powerful hardware behind it.
So it's got this huge memory, powerful output, and it's lightning fast. Sounds awesome, but what about in the real world? What can it actually do?
From what we've seen, it's really capable. In coding, it scored 55% on the Oder Polyglot coding benchmark. Now, that might not mean much to some people, but it puts it up there with the best, like O3 Mini Medium, DeepSeek V3, even Claude 3.5 Sonnet.
So it can code with the big leagues, huh?
Yeah, it can hold its own. And it's not just about scores. People are saying it's better at following instructions than Claude 3.5 Sonnet, Gemini 2.5 Pro. It seems to really understand what you want it to do, and then it does it well.
Okay, that's impressive.
And another thing, and this might be a clue too, people are saying its responses sound a lot like GPT-4o.
Really?
Yeah, like stylistically, it's just another thing that makes you think OpenAI.
Yeah. Oh, and there was this other detail, kind of interesting. OpenRouter, in their own example API call for Quasar Alpha, they hinted that it might be multimodal.
Multimodal, meaning?
Like it could do more than just text and code. They specifically mentioned image recognition.
Oh, wow. You could, like, give it a picture and ask it to do something with it?
Potentially, yeah. Like, here's a screenshot of this interface, generate the code for it. That would be really powerful.
It would. And, you know, some of those YouTube videos really show off its coding skills, like building an encyclopedia of Pokemon with a search function, or creating a whole TV simulator with different channels and animations, all using P5.js.
I saw that. That was pretty cool. And it was doing stuff with physics too, right? Like those falling letters.
Yeah, simulating realistic physics.
Yeah.
And someone even tried to make an interactive 3D map of Los Angeles.
Did it work?
It kind of worked. You could navigate it, but there were some errors in the map, like places weren't quite where they should be, so it's not perfect.
Right.
And actually, that leads into a potential weakness. On Reddit, people are saying it's not so great with really hard reasoning tasks. Like, it struggled with some of those tricky problem-solving questions.
So, good at coding, maybe not so good at, like, Mensa puzzles.
Yeah, it seems that way. It's really strong at processing and generating information, especially code and following instructions, but not necessarily the best at, like, super complex logic problems.
That makes sense. I mean, different AIs are good at different things, right?
Exactly. So overall, really fast, great coder, huge memory, follows instructions well. Maybe not a logic champion, but still super impressive.
Definitely. So what's the AI community saying about all this? I mean, it seems like everyone's pretty excited about Quasar Alpha.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just look at how much it's being used. Over 10 billion tokens processed on the first day. That's a ton of people trying it out.
And the comments I've seen on Reddit, on X, they're all super positive, calling it the best-kept secret. Mysterious in a good way. People are saying it feels like a top-tier model from OpenAI or Google.
Yeah. And the fact that it's free right now, that's huge.
Yeah, that definitely makes it more accessible.
It means any developer can experiment with it, build stuff with it. It's like having a premium tool, but for free.
All right, so we've got this mysterious new AI, everyone's loving it, but we still don't know for sure where it came from. To try to make sense of it all, let's think about it a bit differently. Like, you know those mystery movies?
Okay, yeah.
This whole Quasar Alpha thing, it's kind of like one of those, right?
It is, kind of. Like, remember in The Usual Suspects? At first, you think it's this one guy, right?
Right.
But then, as you watch, you start noticing these little things that don't add up. And it turns out the whole thing was orchestrated by someone else entirely.
So, like, Those chat crumply IDs, the tool call format, the clustering analysis, those are like the clues in the movie.
Exactly. They're the hints that tell us there's more to the story than we initially thought. We can't just trust the surface level stuff.
And how about Quasar Alpha's strengths and weaknesses? It's like a team of superheroes, each with their own special skills.
I like that. Like, it's amazing at coding, follows instructions perfectly, but maybe not the best at strategy and logic.
Yeah, like Iron Man, the tech genius, but not necessarily Captain America, the strategist.
Perfect analogy. And then there's the whole stealth release. It's like a secret agent working in the shadows, like Jason Bourne or Black Widow, you know? They've got all these skills, but they stay hidden. It makes you wonder what their goal is.
Totally. Okay, so we've gone through all the clues, the capabilities, even compared it to movies. Now, time for a bold prediction. What do you think is going to happen with Quasar Alpha?
Based on everything we've discussed, my prediction is within the next few months, OpenAI is going to officially announce that they're behind Quasar Alpha.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
This is their big open source move?
I do. It just makes sense. It's a way for them to show off their latest tech, get people using it, get feedback, all while being a little mysterious about it. It might even be a sneak peek at what's coming in GPT-5.
That's a really interesting prediction.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's wrap up this deep dive. So for everyone listening, what are the key things to remember about Quasar Alpha?
So Quasar Alpha, it's this super powerful AI, free right now, showed up out of nowhere on OpenRouter. It has a massive memory, 1 million tokens. We don't know for sure who made it, but all signs point to OpenAI. It's amazing at coding, following instructions really fast. It's got everyone talking, and it's changing the game in AI.
That's a great summary. So everyone listening, you're now up to speed on this whole Quasar Alpha thing. You know what makes it special, what it can do, and what it might mean for the future. And here's something to think about. Imagine how powerful free AI like this could change how we build software, how accessible AI is for everyone. What other stealth innovations are out there just waiting to be discovered?
Exciting times, right?
Definitely exciting times. And you know what? Go check out Quasar Alpha yourself. Try it out on OpenRouter. See what you can do with it. Who knows? Maybe you'll uncover some new clues, some new possibilities.
I'm going to go play with it right now.
Yeah, me too. All right, that's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.